Black, white, young, and old, thousands of people left the Baltimore area to go to Washington. Most left from the Employment Services Building on Utah Street, each with a different reason for participating in the March on Washington.
Because this is a history march.
What do you mean by history march? What are you going to learn today?
We're going to learn that Martin Luther King was a good man.
Well, I'm going to try to perpetuate a march, to keep in mind, to bear in mind the wonderful movement that took place better than 20 years ago, and to see the strong significance between then and now.
20 years ago, the battle cry was civil rights. Congress listened and laws were passed guaranteeing those rights.
Today there still exists a lot of instances of subtle discrimination and a lot of kind of incipient things that still persist.
We commingle it with other broad issues, other civil rights issues that aren't really on all fours with race relations, and I think that is really the most important thing that we'll be about today, trying to maintain harmony and show that when working together we can do something positive in that regard.
Some who went to march said remembering the past is important, but securing the future is even more so.
Well, hopefully people get jobs, better housing, everybody be able to have a meal to eat every day.
This is a pressing need at this time, and congressmen are elected by us, and therefore, if we put them in, they are doing a job for us, and since they are, they should at least listen, and hopefully will acquiesce to the wishes of all.
Lynn Alexander, News Scene 2, Baltimore.
Senator Tommy Broadwater will begin serving his prison sentence after the new year. He was originally scheduled to report to a Virginia prison today, but he was granted a postponement until after the holidays. The Prince George's County Democrat was sentenced to 6 months in prison back in October after being convicted of 5 counts of conspiracy and possession of illegally obtained food stamps. He will begin his prison sentence on January 2nd. A hunger strike is over at the Anne Arundel Detention Center. Annapolis Bureau Chief Lou Davis says inmates and prison officials are finally discussing prisoner grievances.
The hunger strike at the Anne Arundel County Detention Center was short-lived. It started Sunday morning. By Sunday night, half of the 40 inmates who had participated had eaten, and today the rest ate. The inmates were protesting certain conditions within the prison. They called News Scene 2 yesterday. They said they were on a hunger strike to draw attention to their grievances. By noon today, the prisoners had ended their hunger strike, and Warden Richard Baker met with a delegation of them this afternoon.
We discussed a list of complaints that the inmates in dorm 1 and 2 submitted yesterday afternoon, which I received yesterday morning. We've met with them. I've given them answers to some of the complaints, and others the administration has agreed to work on, and we'll be getting back to them Wednesday.
Basically, we need places to do indoor exercise because it's becoming cold outside. And the food is a problem with the portions not being equal. And a lot of the sanitation, and the people have been mad about the visiting rights.
Prison officials said there is an extensive renovation program going on at the facility, and the men are all scheduled to get new clothes early next year. That's an answer to one of their complaints. Lou Davis, News Scene 2, Annapolis.
Some encouraging.
Teachers began casting their ballots at the end of the school day. They're voting on a dress standard for Northwestern Senior High's teachers, a standard that calls for dress shirts, dress pants, and sometimes neckties for men, dresses, skirts, and blouses for women, pants sometimes, but no seductive clothing. For both sexes, dress shoes and well-groomed hair.
The purpose of the dress standard was to set an example for youngsters.
Northwestern Principal Boyce Mosley first proposed the dress standard concept at the start of the school year, then left it up to a committee of the teachers to draft these specifics. He says the standard is necessary.
On one hand, we're saying youngsters that you have to have a dress code. And what I would like to see us do is say, hey, yes, you have one, and we have a standard also. It makes it easier for us to enforce the student dress code.
If we had to dress a certain way, I think they should have to dress a certain way too.
They should, because it's just like the students. If we have a dress code to restrict what we wear, why shouldn't they?
But the teachers, didn't agree. Many, following the Baltimore Teacher Union's advice, rejected the standard.
There were 21 for yes, 40 said no.
Teachers dress appropriately at Northwestern anyway. Therefore, there's no need for a dress standard or code.
What do you think the principal is really trying to do with these standards?
I think it was a publicity stunt.
I think it sends a negative message. I think it's saying that, hey, yes, we want things. We want to be looked upon as professional. But when given an opportunity to demonstrate that professionalism, they fall short.
Maybe that's the way he wants them to look at us. I think that it was all orchestrated to look that way.
Mosley, who was obviously disappointed by today's results, says he will continue to enforce a general dress code. Stephen Hill, Channel 2 News.
Police remain on the scene of that double shooting where one of the victims has died. It happened just before 6 o'clock tonight at the intersection of Wabash and Cold Spring Lane.
Channel 2's Kim Skeen is in Northwest Baltimore and has this live report. Kim?
Well, Beverly and Stan, I'm standing here at the corner of Wabash and Cold Spring in Northwest Baltimore, and one person is confirmed dead. Another person is in critical condition after a shooting which occurred a little bit before 6 tonight. Now, as you can see, the body of the person who was killed is right here behind me. It has not been removed yet from the street. Police have this area surrounded. They have traffic blocked off as they question witnesses and get details. Now, from what we understand, they are looking for suspects, but we're not sure yet at this time exactly who they're looking for. It happened this way. A car drove by in the middle of the intersection, and it was a drive-by shooting. 2 men in a car shot into the street, firing several shots, hitting 2 victims, hitting one of the victims in the head. But as I said, we're not sure exactly at this time who they're looking for. We have no description on the suspects or their car. Now, police are, again, questioning witnesses, and they will be here. They have traffic blocked off, and people are surrounding this area. A lot of people standing by, watching what's going on. But again, one person confirmed dead and one critical after a shooting just moments ago, shortly before 6, here in Northwest Baltimore. That's all we have confirmed at this time, and we'll bring you up to date with complete details coming up tonight at 11 o'clock. Back to you now in the studio, Stan and Beverly.
Okay, as you heard it, double shooting, a drive-by type situation, 1 dead so far, and authorities still looking for 2 suspects in that case.
2 suspects. The area has been cordoned off. We're talking about Wabash and Cold Spring Lane. Traffic has been blocked off from that area as the investigation continues.
Expecting someone home who usually travels that route, expect them. Right. Well, this morning's shooting does not surprise many of the residents who live along Pennsylvania Avenue. They are fighting to keep their neighborhood safe, but drugs are a daily part of their life.
Channel 2 News reporter Brad Bell is on Pennsylvania Avenue this evening, and he joins us now live with that part of the story.
Well, Stan, Beverly, here at 1502 Pennsylvania Avenue, the police lines are down and the lobby of the building is once again open. The only evidence of what happened here last night is a bullet hole in the upper window. Life is returning to normal. But in this neighborhood, normality means some of the heaviest drug trafficking in the city. The people who live here blame outsiders, and indeed the 2 men arrested in last night's police shooting are from another part of town. But just because the drug dealers and users come from somewhere else, the problems here aren't any less severe. It's a neighborhood where mothers struggle to raise their children in safety and peace, but it's also a neighborhood where dealers peddle their drugs in a world of danger and violence. The 2 groups don't mix.
You walk up during the day, all you see is a whole lot of people sitting on these walls, drinking and drugs around, and doing drugs. It's not safe to me.
Because of that, the ambush of officers Martin and Brooks came as a surprise to no one.
But it's still around here. It's everywhere. Everywhere around here is drugs. That's where it's at.
What's the solution?
I don't know. Really, I don't know.
There are signs of the community fighting back. The buildings are among the most modern on Pennsylvania Avenue, and the area has been declared a drug-free zone, a device which allows for tough enforcement of anti-loitering laws.
They are trying. We have a lot of people in the community around the corner and all. We try to get involved, but you just can't keep it up. That's all.
What can you do? What can people who live here do?
The best thing they can do is what they've been doing now. Try to report it and turn them in. That's it. That's about all. You get too much involved, then they're going to hunt you down. That's the way things are around this way.
But despite that fear, people are calling in to the police. Last night, There were 3 calls to this building by the residents. As the report said, this has also been declared a drug-free zone. That means that police, this is one of 15 in the city that's declared a drug-free zone. That means police can look for a specific profile of someone that they've known in the past to be a drug dealer, and they can tell that person to move along. So this neighborhood is trying to fight back. Beverly, Stan?
In those efforts, the neighborhood trying to fight back, Brad, are you hearing that these people will again make the calls to police whenever they see activity?
They say they will call back. They don't like it here at all. They say they want to live here. They want to raise their children here. They hate the drugs, and they say they will call in whenever they see it.
Thank you very much. Brad Bell reporting live from Pennsylvania Avenue. Edgar James Bell is celebrating a birthday today, his 109th. He was born in Florida, 1881, the same year Rutherford B. Hayes was president. Remember that? Mr. Bell worked most of his life as a laborer and fighting issues at City Hall. That's where he earned the nickname the mayor of Old Town, 109 years old today. Happy birthday.